Hey everybody. So today I want to do a second part to a video that I created about 2 weeks ago. It was, do Ray Comfort and Christians avoid answering atheist questions about religion? Now, I wanted to say I want to thank those people for using the comments. It gave me honest feedback in looking more in depth into what I am saying, and to be very cautious as to what I am saying as well, which I was before. However, it made me realize that there were some things that needed to be answered. So today, I want to show you guys this. So to answer this person's question, Tovik, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Um, I mentioned that Christianity isn't a religion, and they're saying here that so Christianity isn't a religion. Then you need to mark down your religious on forms which identify your religion. Need to give up any attempts to have special exemption under religious clauses. Need to start paying taxes, for an example. Um, so to answer this question, I am sorry. You guys are correct. Christianity is a religion. However, to explain why I mentioned that Christianity is not a religion, I need to explain this person's comment here, which is the Chad's, which says that the rhetoric of Christianity not being a religion but a relationship likely only dates to the mid 20th century, relating to the Spurge in evangelic evangelicalism. It made more sense then because those being proselytized at the time were Christians who had grown up in stuffy old churches where strict tradition was the be all and end all. Given that content, given the context, the notation that Christian is not a religion, but a relationship means something. To use it today, however, when preaching to atheists, doesn't. Christianity clearly is a religion by what is mostly commonly meant by religion, which, if you look at the definition of um, at religion, it is the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods, a particular system of faith and worship. Um, so basically, it's saying here, it back then where it was created, it meant something. Now, religion is defined as people who believe in a higher power and have their faith and trust and worship in that. Um, which is basically what Christianity is. I mean, there's some differences, but I'll get into that a little bit later. But to go back to the question of Tovik, to give up any special exemption under religious clauses or start paying taxes, this is not something that anybody can give up, because if you go back into history, you look at when the Constitution was created and the amendments and the Bill of Rights, where you basically hear the phrase separation of church and state. Now, that phrase is not particularly mentioned in the Constitution or its Bill of Rights, or the amendments, for a matter of fact. But it is a letter from Thomas Jefferson to a Baptist congregation, guaranteeing them that they could be free to worship and free to be in their church without government interference with the new government that they wanted to create. They would be they wouldn't have to pay taxes, which there was taxes then. So they would be tax exempt, and that's basically the right that the church had. And it was not in the Constitution, although it is suggested. It is not specifically mentioned separation of church and state, but that's where that comes from, which was a letter from Thomas Jefferson to a Baptist congregation. So basically, you know, it's just that simple. It's that simple. So these are very, very good comments that I appreciate from you guys. And to answer this person's question, this person here, Linz, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but the person is saying, I'm just gonna be blunt. You're part of a cult. The whole Jesus idea is completely deranged to begin with. Who would be happy with that? What kind of scummy God wants human sacrifice? Okay, right there, I'm gonna stop you. Show me what you're talking about. What do you mean human sacrifice? I mean, if you're trying to describe human sacrifice, I'm not even going to try to understand what you're trying to say here. But to continue, the person is saying that all of my disgust toward your God is irrelevant. So basically, even though you're saying that you're going to be blunt, that I'm part of a cult, yet you're saying you believe that I believe I have a God. But if it's a cult, how could it be true? A cult is supposed to be false. So, as there is no reason to believe that nonsense in the first place. The Bible has been rewritten thousands of times over the years, so even a Christian should have the common sense to know that they know nothing at all. Here is the biggie. The Bible was rewritten thousands of times over a thousand to 2,000 over 2,000 years. However, it is the most accurate ancient text and the most evidence supports it. Not just religious, but secular sources confirm that the Bible is the most accurate ancient text of all time. And I'll explain that in another video. But if you want to get a head start, watch The Case for Christ, which is about former atheist Lee Strobel, who was a journalist for the Chicago Tribune. And it is an awesome movie. He tries to disprove Christianity and tries to find all the evidence to support that Christianity is false. So it's an awesome movie. You should check it out if you would like. But I will explain more about that in the next video. And now to answer, what you're saying here in the comments is that, Christians, instead of saying that Christianity isn't a religion, we should answer atheist questions. Well, that's what I'm here for. That's what I want to do. I want to answer your questions. Feel free to watch the videos that I'm gonna put here at the end. I try to answer the questions as best as to my ability. I don't have I'm not educated in all this, but I use my resources that I have to try to find, answers, and true answers at that. And I try to find it not just from the Bible. I try to find it from other resources as well, because the Bible is true, but you guys want truth. You want the evidence. You want to see something besides the Bible. And I understand that. I completely understand that. I was there. So check these videos out. I have answered 3 questions so far. It's called I've Got Questions. It is a series. And I will continue to answer some other questions, but feel free to ask questions. Try to keep it short and detailed so I can answer it to the best of my ability. And I will continue to post this as frequent as possible. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. and I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys later.